Hi and welcome. In this session we're going to be going through how to create not one but two landing pages in under 20 minutes using the landing page builder. What you're seeing right in front of you is the finished product, what we're aiming to achieve. So we're pretending that we are creating a landing page builder coming soon page. It's got three sections there, the heading and an image and a form. When you click on the form to submit, what we want to happen is to go to the secondary page that we've created, which is the thank you page. So now we're going to work out how to create this. If you're watching this video, you probably have already installed your landing page builder app, and you may have even played around and created a landing page of your own. What you need to do though before you starting to build a landing page is to prepare a whole lot of things that are assets, and this is what I've prepared for the page or the two pages that we're going to be building out. So overall we're creating some brand colors that we're going to put into the web app, and there's two pages. So here you can see the coming soon page, and down here the thank you page and the elements that we need for that. The coming soon page needs a logo, it needs a background image, it needs some copy, which you can see down here, and also a form. The thank you page also needs a logo, images of Scott and Ursh, and some copy, and I've got the copy there and I've got links to the images there because I have already uploaded them. So let's get started. The very first thing I'm going to do is create two landing pages quickly and easily. So the first thing I'm going to do is create coming soon page. What I need to do here is save that down the bottom and then create the thank you page. This will create unique URLs. And in here I'm putting coming soon, because if I have a whole lot of thank you pages in the landing page builder into my list, I need to know which one that actually relates to. And you can see here it automatically creates a URL. Now that URL isn't particularly neat. I don't want it to say thank you coming soon dash, so I'm just going to call it thank you and remove those other elements. That'll just keep it nice and neat. Obviously you can call it whatever you want. So both of these pages are now ready for you to start working on, but let's have a look at what needs to be created for that thank you page in the first instance. The logo we've got, the background image we've got, the copy we've got. I just want to show you where the form is and how that's been created. It should be no secret, but I'll just quickly show you anyway. So under mailing lists, because we want people to opt into a mailing list and for an automated email campaign to be sent when they do, we go into mailing lists and I have created a notification list there. So that's created the mailing list, but I also need to go in and create a web form. So I've created a web form called notification opt-in, and one of the things that I've added to that form is a subscription to that notification list. So this is again something that's had to be created prior to getting started on working on the landing page. But now that I know that all of those elements are ready to go, I can click on the coming soon page and start creating that. When you click on it, you've actually got two options here. You can click on edit, which creates a range of other options that you can add, or you can click directly on design page, which takes you to the editor role. But before I do that, I need to click on the URL, because that will open up in a new tab, and essentially that is going to be where I preview the live working of that particular page. The page I'm working on does have a visual interface, but of course the way it displays on the live page will be slightly different. So once I've created that tab, I can go into Design tab and start creating the page. When you first open up a blank landing page, what you have is a section already open for you. I'll just close this layout section so you can see it in full swing. And here you can, so what you see above here constitutes a section, and I'll open up the layout and you can see that it's got title, subtitle and code, and in effect these are all code areas where you can add any HTML that you want. So that's what it shows up by default, and here creates a new section, and you can just keep going forever, but for now I'm just going to remove that so we don't confuse matters. So the first thing that we're going to do is add, I will double click in there and I will want to add an image. So this is how we go about doing that. Where you have the expanded code, here you click on code and you will get the ability to add an image. This will have a whole lot of other features as we build out the app, including adding video and so on. But you can see when that box is highlighted, that's when I can let go, and that's when I can upload. I can either upload a logo or an image from my computer, or I can simply add the image URL, which is what I'm going to do. You can see I've added that there, add image, and there it is. I can close that section now, and if I go into the preview tab and refresh the page, what I will see is the logo showing up nicely. So the next section involves, I'm going to leave these blank, and you'll see that they will compress when the next section comes along. So I'm going to create another section, and it's the same basic layout that I need. I'm going to choose that one and go into my options. Now this time I'm going into this section here where I can upload a background image, and here on this occasion I'm going to bring it up from my computer. So I'm picking that one, and you'll see that it instantly saves and it will show up on this particular page. Except not too much of it is showing up. So let's continue working this out. We've got that there. What I need to add is some content that I've already had prepared and is waiting for me. So here we go. I'm going to copy that and paste it in the bottom part of that section. So here we have another thing that needs to be done. We can see that it's in black and a little bit difficult to read. So I'm going to go and edit the font. Firstly, I'm going to edit the color, which goes here. So it's become white. I'm going to make it larger, and I'm also going to put it in a different font style that is a bit more congruent with our brand. So again, you can go into this view and refresh the page and see what that's going to look like. It's okay, but it still needs a lot more image in my opinion. So I'm going to go back here and review the settings for that whole section. I think what we need is a whole lot more padding at the top. In fact, I'm going to do the maximum padding available, and again we can go and have a look at what that looks like by going to refresh. That's a bit more like what I'm after. So finally we need to add the form. So again, I'm going to add another section, and this time I'm going to move along here and go to a layout that actually includes a form. I don't need this kind of layout. I need one that has it right in the center. So what I'm doing is selecting that one, and the very next thing that I will be doing is selecting the actual web form, which as you saw has already been created. So the form that we want here is the notification opt-in. So we're pretty happy with that. But generally when you have a form, you probably want some words around getting people to take some action. So I'm just going to say join our waitlist and be notified. So we have the words in there, we have the form, but obviously that's not looking particularly attractive or enticing just yet. If I refresh that, we'll see that that's what it looks like. So this is where the beauty of the form comes in, because once there's a form on the page, you'll see this icon here which allows you to customize it to your heart's content. Now, as you check some of these items, in some cases it will have to save. You'll see in a minute what I mean. When I go to full name, it refreshes and saves, and then I go back into the form and carry on. So the other things I wanted there is I wanted to force a double opt-in. I also wanted to hide the checkboxes. So that's saved again, and I need to go back in there, hide checkboxes and check list boxes. So I'm happy with that. Let's have a look to see what that's looking at like now. That's a little bit more like it. I want to now add a bit of colour to that background. So I think I'm done with the form, and actually I'm not quite done with the form because I want to have a call to action that's a bit more enticing than submit. So I'm going to say yes, please notify me. I think that's a little bit better. Let's have a look at that. And what do I have there? Yes, please notify me. You can see that that's changed. So now working with the fonts and the colours on that bottom section. Firstly, the colours. Because I've entered a specific set of colours in there, it's going to be quite easy for me to choose a colour. I just go into background colour, and the colours I've put in that section show up here in this quick way of finding it down there. By default, the font is black, so I'm going to make that white, and I'm going to make all of those fonts the same style. So you'll see me do that. And that style of typewriter that I quite like. Okay, I just fast track that, and here you can see that same font is now following through, and if I refresh that coming soon page, it is looking pretty cool. It's looking just the way I want it. So now the next stage is to build out the thank you page. So that's again going to be quite quick to do. I'm going to go straight into design page, and I'm going to upload I'm going to use this for the logo. And I think I can get away with just one. No, I can't actually. I've just remembered. But what I'm going to do is go in there, do the code, and again paste the logo in there. Okay, so I've done that, and you can see that logo is there. And let's just preview that page. Okay, so far we have that. And we've also got the content ready for the next page. So let's go back into design page, and here's the words that I wanted. I have prepared those. It really does make things a lot quicker to have them ready. All right, so I'm adding another section, and I'm having a think about which section is the most appropriate one, because what I want is one that has an image of Scott and me side by side. So what I'm going to do is the 2-column one. I'm going to click on that one, and instantly what I'll see is the top one, the middle one, and these two, even though they're not appearing side by side, they will be side by side when I'm done with them. So I'm adding in that content there. So that's ready to go. And the next bit is actually, again, something that I've prepared earlier, which is those images of Scott and myself. So again, I'm just copying these because I have already uploaded them uploaded them into the system. And you can see with a bit of with a bit of text added there, it does show the layout with the left and the right there. So I'm going to click in there. In fact, I'm going to open that up so that I can drag an image in. And the only reason I'm doing it that way instead of just pasting the image is because I want to treat that image in a particular way. And the way I want to treat it is for it to become a circle, because I'm just uploading a straight image. Let's see where we're up to with that. I'm going to go into the thank you page here and preview what we're seeing. Okay, so still a few alterations to go. I'll just upload Ursula's photo. And when we refresh that page, that's what we will see. So we're almost done with that page. The only other thing we need to do is manage the font in this section here so that it reflects the style that we want. And I think that's the section that we're in, so Lucidia Sands. We were doing that in the H2 section, I'm pretty sure. There we go, yep. So that has done it correctly. And let's just refresh that page and we'll see our thank you page. It's showing up beautifully. So now we have the two pages. We have the coming soon page and we have the thank you page. Or I should actually get rid of both of those because they're both drafts. These are the actual pages themselves. So what we want to happen now is that when I fill this out, I want it to go directly to the thank you page. So what is it that we need to do there? The first step is for me to take the URL of the page that I want it to link to, and we go back into the coming soon page and back into the form area, because we want to link that form, that action, that success action directly to that page. So we go to that third section, we go into the form properties, and here is where I paste that link. So that is how that happens. So let's test that now. Stella is my tester. I'm going to put that in. Yes, please notify me. And we get to the thank you page. So there we have it. The only final thing that we need to test is to make sure that those names have actually ended up on that mailing list and that they're opted in. So let's check. We're going to the beta notification list, and I tested one earlier with my own name and Stella's. So there you go. We have both been subscribed. So we have a success. Hope you enjoyed that, and see you next time.